everyone. We are back with more things. You'll notice that we are in a different location, and we look different. Oh, well, I probably shouldn't stand there. There we go. So you see, we do not look the way we do before. So now we've got a different weapon and different armor on. Wow, where did this end game... Wow, that... You can tell I am getting tired because that WoW was basic as fuck. There was like zero energy beyond that. Holy shit, I am tired. And I don't know why. I really do just need a quiet day. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's because we've got these things called cosmetic armors. Reaper's Helm, Plate Mail, and Cloak. And this is just the blue variant. So we're not actually wearing different armor. We just have the cosmetics, like as though we were wearing different armor. We did get
I
a
mean, I'm wearing some different armor.
different. Well, we did get a staff upgrade. This was one of the items that I just had in my bank from a previous life. We could have equipped this the moment we hit level 2, but there's no bank on Korthos Island, and if we left early, it would have changed the look early, so we kind of couldn't, because, I mean, honestly, we probably could, and it probably wouldn't have really mattered, but we didn't, so shut up. Oh, excuse me. So now we have, like, way better. This is like an actual weapon. You guys don't understand. The knit quarterstaff is a real weapon.
You mean it's not moldy?
Or a caster staff either. This is an actual, like, this is a man's weapon right here. My fucking inventory is still bugged, and I still don't have an offhand. It's really weird. But anyways, you'll notice that my inventory has some other items in it. It's a little bit more... Well, maybe it doesn't look more organized to you guys because there was nothing here before. But we've got bags. We've got teleport items. We've got more thieves' tools. We've got a bunch of potions we had. Some items for things later on. And then the main gear we'll be wearing later. I like to take out my gear a few levels beforehand. Not all, but most of my gear that I personally use comes in 5 level increments at 5, 10, 15, and 21 to a lesser extent. Well, maybe not to a lesser extent, but it's just because I still wear the Sharn set, for those of you that understand what that means. So I have a few pieces of gear at different levels here and there, but most of what I have, I've got a lot of gear at level 5, a lot of gear at level 10, and a lot of gear at level 15. So what I usually do is, when I first TR and I come back, I like to grab all of my gear upwards of level 5 or level 5-ish, and just pull out what I'm going to use and what I'm going to wear once I get to that point, or up to that point, or whatever. Both, really. Because I might have something at level 2, like the Nicked Quarterstaff. I might have something at level 3, like the Bottle of Shadows, or the Book of Spirits. Whatever the case may be. And I like to grab it out early, that way if I'm in the middle of playing with someone or someones, like if we have a group going, I don't have to stop and go, hey, I need to take the next 30 minutes to go through my TR cache because that thing loaded like 200 items or something stupid like that. Actually, it's probably more, because that thing loaded like a few hundred items or some bullshit, I don't know. And it's just going to be super laggy and take forever to load and sift through all of them to get what I need. So instead, I just take my own time and do it beforehand. That way, if I'm playing with a group and we're going from level 4 to 5, when I level up, I can just click, 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 move all my gear over, and then I'm good, right? Even if it only takes a second to go drop the old stuff off in the bank, or sell it, or whatever the case, it only takes a minute, maybe a few minutes at most, as opposed to like 30 minutes to an hour or something stupid like that. Instead of taking an extended period of time, it's just bing, bang, boom, done and done. And then obviously once I do that, the next break between gameplay, I will probably do the same thing for my gear around level 10, and then once I hit 10 and change my gear over, the next time I have a break in gameplay at that point, I'll probably take some time off between things and get the next chunk for 15, and then the same thing for the chunk for 21, just so I'm kind of good. I don't have to worry about it. Now, you'll notice that Rachel is not over here. Oh, wrong keys. Notice that Rachel is not over here, and we are talking to Scrag here, because Scrag know you, and we're going to do him
Scrag know
a
you.
flavor saver. Actually, I have to leave the party. It literally won't let me in. So this is a solo quest. If I try to enter it, it says you can't do solo adventures while you're in a party. There are 4 solo difficulty missions in the harbor, and then off the top of my head, I can think of at least 2 others that exist in the game. Oop.
You see a snarling guard dog.
I don't know why I'm throwing this on. I don't actually want to attack them, so I probably shouldn't. Though one of those isn't really a quest, and I think the other one is a little more on the glorified side of things, but technically I think there's at least 2 others. And the thing about solo quests is they're really easy. And they're mostly just there to give you a chance to learn a couple different things. As you might have remembered, Korthos Island I call Tutorial Island, right? That's kind of where you're expected to learn the game. Well, there's actually 3 tutorial areas in the game, not 1. See, the original tutorial area is actually where we are now, in the harbor, and some of the quests were solo only to really hammer that home by giving you a much better chance to learn certain things. Like in this one, we are not supposed to slay any of the dogs. If we kill them, the mission is done, right? Because one of the objectives is do not slay them. So you can learn kiting when fighting weak enemies, trying to deal with other objectives like breaking breakables, or dealing with either a large group of monsters at once, or taking your time and only doing 1 or 2 at a time, but it going for longer. And other objectives that don't involve killing, like bringing the dogs to the entrance. So we get their attention, and then we wait for them to walk way slower than they normally do. And then bring them to the front, and then boom, the quest is done. For example, right? And then the other 3 in the harbor can do similar things, at least in theory. They give you a chance to peep some other things. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put that on just so I'm not wearing the battle-worn chain shirt, because that thing sucks. Fire absorption 11 might be useful for literally 1 point or something. Now I've got my 2 points. I could put that there, but I want dex to damage the moment I hit 3. I'm lazy and don't want to respec. I want to put like 1 point in. I'm gonna put 1 point in haste boost. I want to put that over there. And then the other one is over here. Now I know I'm just kind of saying over here while I walk over it, so you're not necessarily sure where here is, but look, this is a location in the harbor. So deal with that. This one, for example, can give you a really good opportunity to practice stealth, smack, and using the environment to your advantage. For instance, if I actually had arrows on me and I had bothered to even buy some basic ones, but I didn't because I only grabbed a bow on the off chance I would need it and happen to have arrows, not on the expectation that I would and use it constantly. But you could break that explosive barrel and then kill him with the fiery explosion. Honestly, I wish mechanics like that were used more often. I think that'd be really cool, but hey, you know, it's to get the idea across that environment good. Man, that'd be a good greatsword if I was a greatsword user and didn't have the nicked one if I was. Is this one like hardcore? That'd be awesome. Now you'll notice when the fire explosions come up, I make my save but have been taking no damage this whole time instead of half damage, like normal, right? Instead of just reduced damage. That's because of our second level rogue ability evasion. So if we make a dex save to reduce damage, we instead take none instead of half. So we can literally walk up to barrels, blow them up in our face, and not care about them. So we can even use the barrel tech as a melee character, which would otherwise be difficult to say the least. For those of you with a very keen eye, you may have noticed that our sneak attack damage is coming up whenever we successfully bluff with improved feint, even though that attack itself is the attack that feints, because it actually does it does count that attack then as them being feinted or bluffed. So we can actually get off our sneak attack damage. That's what that 10 points of damage there were. Even though it's like, okay, well they have aggro on us, so don't we need to land the feint and then get sneak attack on subsequent hits? Well, you know, you'd think, but nah. You can get it on the actual attack if you succeed on the bluff check. And if you fail, then you don't get it ever anyways. Also, I like how, because I one-shot these guys, I picked up haste boost and literally don't have to use it. Not even don't have to, basically can't, because what value would it have if they die in one hit anyways?
With the thieves gone, Milner's goods are safe and secure once more.
One other thing to note, you'll notice that in the monsters killed section of the scorecard, I have 10, but Misadventure has 2.
The thief laughs.
I wonder if he actually notices me.
That dipsqueak sent you to take us down?
With just one. The boss gasps
Because
and
if
suddenly falls to the
an environmental effect causes a monster to die, it counts as Misadventure. So this includes explosive barrels going boom, enemies walking through, or you leading them through traps. Like if you lead them through a spike trap and it impales the monster and they die, that counts as Misadventure. Because the game basically counts it as an oopsie. So you didn't kill them, but they still died. So you could also call this like the dungeon killing them or something. If there's an effect that despawns enemies after they've been there, like they only exist because a summoner is around and you take out the summoner and then they're gone,
You have searched
that
every
also counts
area
as
within
Misadventure.
Miller's home, save the basement.
Picked up a couple useful things like these boots of dashing, which are a clicky that grants me additional run speed for a few minutes. These 2 masks from the Night Revels event, which is the spooky October thing. Oh, I one-shot these guys too. Lame. Imagine playing a rogue and one-shotting someone with your base damage. Not your sneak attack, your base damage. Wow, that was a low roll and he still just died.
It is solo.
Ever bright lamps lit. The Miller has
I mean,
told
yeah,
you
but
the
it's not like I
goods
do
meant for
2
the coin
damage or
lords
something
are in the
either.
back room of the basement. A particularly nasty-looking iron defender charges forward.
Ah, see, look. I couldn't sneak attack him, so he actually lived on like 1 or 2 hit points, but he was the boss.
You have acquired the Miller's goods. Time to return them to Berrigan Inn.
A minute and 6 seconds. I've actually beaten this quest in less than a minute when I was actually just kind of running through it. I don't know why I always pay attention to how long it takes me to do this one specifically. I guess it's just because it's always right around a minute, depending on if I'm actually doing it or if I'm running a build that can do anything or whatever the case. see, you'll notice when we talk to Jorn here, he has a tutorial for spirit binders in new areas. So this is still sort of a tutorial-esque area, the harbor is. As well as another area, the keep on the Borderlands, which we will get to at some point, is actually the newest incarnation of a tutorial area. Oop, I did not mean to drink that potion.
The spiders no longer infest the eastern wing of the crypt.
Now you notice when that one enemy died, there was this really strange effect on them. Sometimes when you kill enemies with different damage types, you see that happen to another one there too. They have a death effect that isn't just them falling over. And I believe there's one for every damage type in the game, I think. And I want to say the more damage you do to them of one type over another, there's like a better chance that they die of that type. So if you do like, I don't know exactly how the formula works, but they can only die with the visual effect of a damage type dealt to them, obviously. And I believe if you do more damage of one type over the other, that it's more likely that they die with that effect. But I've had times where I do very little damage of one element, but a lot of damage of another, but they have the visual death effect of the
You hear a massive
higher
pound
amount
above on 8.
of the damage
spider's
type.
lifeless body crunches under your boots.
Attack speed. And we're only going up from there, because we can still get more on haste boost, more with the capstone, and more with a speed item, and we're still attacking pretty quick as it is. But we can get some mad attack speed on this kind of character, which is too much fun. I actually think that's the solo quests. So, not too terribly much to this one. Just make sure you're not in a party when you try to do them. And, take it slow, take it at your own pace, don't be afraid to just see what you can learn. There's not really a lot to it, but it's always good to give yourself the chance, and those solo difficulty level missions are a pretty good way to do it, because they're comparable to casual and normal difficulty, if I remember correctly. There's something in that realm of difficulty, but they're a little bit more designed for one person. They're generally done at a lower pace, and they give the character, the player really, a lot of very obvious opportunity to take advantage of different things. Which, even if it might be harder in more traditional dungeons to do so, that's okay, because that's kind of the point. The point of the solo missions is to be a little bit more geared towards making it obvious, hey, you can take advantage of situations like this. While normal dungeons won't be as forgiving because they're not trying to teach you that concept, they're giving you the chance to execute it at a higher level. Not saying that every dungeon is designed like that in the first place, or that it's always done so elegantly or obviously, but, you know, when and where it is. But I think that's actually going to do it for this one, as I'm trying to keep these videos segmented, formatted, sectioned, however the fuck, with certain things in mind for each one. The only other thing I think we'll throw on this one is, if you actually come over to this harbor guard, as long as you're a low enough level, as you see, these options are only available until you reach level 5. You can just tell him that it's a bribe and he tells you to piss off, but you've actually got skill checks here you can do with him using various social skills. And if you have enough skill in any of these, I don't in bluff, even though I'm a bluff build, because it's only 9 and I need 11. I need more bluff. Need more coffee. Need more Margaret. I don't have any Margaret. I don't have any coffee. Ugh. The feels of not being a charisma character. The worst part, too, is half-orcs get less charisma. So it's actually harder for me. Do I have enough in any of these skills to do it? Haggle, 4? No. Diplomacy, 3? No. Intimidate, 5? No. I think at level 4 I'll have the bluff for it, though. I don't think I'll have the haggle. Do I have, oh my god, should I do that? I could literally okay, hold on. You're gonna love this.
You doing something silly?
I'm respecing out of Thief Acrobat to put 3 points in Inquisitive for +3 Diplomacy, Intimidate, and Bluff just so I can do this right now.
Of course you are.
Big tech! Oh yes, this jackass. Refugees must pay a toll of 1 platinum piece each to enter Stormreach, no exceptions. A fucking platinum piece. Do you know how much a platinum piece is?
A platinum piece?
Yes, but do you know how useful of a description that is? It's not. So copper, least valuable. Silver, third least valuable. Most valuable. Silver. 1 silver is worth 10 copper. Gold. 1 gold is worth 10 silver, which is worth 10 copper, so that's 100 copper. 1 platinum is 10 gold, which is 10 silver, so that's 100 silver, which is 10 copper, so that's 1,000 copper. 1 platinum piece is worth 1,000 copper pieces. Aang tried to fucking haggle with 1 to 2, and it almost didn't work, because they stole it. But I'm gonna tell him to fuck off. See? Look at that. We got cool text, we got a little bit of extra XP, and we got a free item. That item I picked up, by the way, Heroic Deeds. If you're in a guild and you go to the guild tab, you can see stuff in the level of your the experience in your guild level, like renown that your guild has. We're at the max level of 200, but I still get it anyways because I don't know. Look at my total contribution. Look at that. Over 2 million, almost 2.5 million renown off of just me. And we have 222,500 million. So once I get all the way up to finishing out that 2.5 million, that means that without me, everyone else was at 220 million renown, which I just think is a really cool number to be at. Dude, look, this fucking bird, I swear. Oh my god. This game is so bad. This game is trash garbage, but I love it. I hate it.
Like Arya might be about to start the same chain we're gonna do.
Who? Where? Where?
Arya Stark?
Oh, did she just like run in front of the thing?
Yeah, she just ran up to freaking Baudry,
Baordry? I don't know.
Baordry, Batman on the Harbor.
Well, if you want to put up an LFM or something, or if you want to ask her if she wants to join, she can. But anywho, so sometimes there'll be social checks like that, or some other junk that exists in the game. I will say, aside from this one, I think pretty much all the rest of it, that didn't work, is in quests, but that is one of the few times you can do something outside of a quest. And it's really cool. It's just a neat little interactive thing. But I believe that's going to be it for this. I have to respec Inquisitive to be something useful now. Maybe I just do 10% attack speed, and then I do another +1, +2 to damage? I don't know. I mean, those other points just going right back into thief acrobatics, so I don't know. 7, 8, I can 4, so it'll be like 1 in acrobatics. 3. Yeah, it's probably fine. I don't know. Anyways, that's probably good here. And we will catch you next time with I guess we're just doing the harbor at level 2, and then we're gonna go do Borderlands after the harbor. See, I was almost thinking we'd do like 1 or 2 things just to hit 3, and then go do Borderlands, because we normally do Borderlands, but we're so close to 3, I kind of just wanted to grab it for dex to damage, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe we'll do just Bayordry and then go do Borderlands or something. But that's gonna be it for this one either way. So, say bye.
Bye.